their minds as well today. We're set, and here we go. And
with the pitch clock.
Heel by Philadelphia, the 0-2. Got him swinging. Welcome to Texas, Jacob deGrom.
His first strikeout as a Ranger. That slider that starts in the strike zone and finishes.
Off we go. Now Kyle Schwarber. And he'll take that. To Schwarber, and he'll lift this one high in the air. Not going to carry for him. Garcia takes care of it. 2 up, 2 down. Gee, there's a buzz through Globe Life Field today. First pitch on the way to Real Muto. 100 miles per hour. First stride about an hour ago. So 1 strike pitch.
Always fun when we have the roof open at Globe Life Field.
Campaigning for the roof open. The 1-2. And that's 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. 101 on the corner. And Jacob deGrom with a 10-pitch first inning.
That average velocity over the course of his career.
Philadelphia coming out of spring was the injury to Rhys Hoskins. 0-2 pitch. And this one got in on the hands, popped up, third base, foul ground, and Young is there. 1 away. Well, we check in with Emily Jones.
And the next one's following, right, with Nate Eovaldi and Martin and John Gray. It's a lot of good happening here for the Rangers.
This one flipped down the first baseline, stays fair for Castellanos, and he cruises to second with a 1-out double.
For him, he gets a first pitch fastball and a pretty good one located away, and you can kind of see him catch it off the end of the bat. Did not hit this particularly hard, but loops it down that right field line for an easy double.
And Bryson Stott the best spring as well for Stott, and he's very late. The runner now the 0-2, and that
deGrom brings to the table. Near the top of that list.
Or better last year. The 1-2 pitch.
Ryan come out.
Yeah.
It's the other day.
2-2 from deGrom, and that is strike 3 called.
A little bit, and that has been established. What we always talk about is wanting consistency from our umpires, and that has been consistent so far. The play where he dominates.
A roster. 2-0. And that's in the air. Out to right field. Long run for El Bombi near the wall, and that is gone. And Alec Bohm has put the Phillies on the board first. It's 2-0.
Well, it's a little bit of a shock right here. Alec Bohm gets 99 miles an hour away, but elevated and is able to get the barrel to it. That is not an easy fastball to get to. See how the hands still come in, even though that pitch was middle. Run that Jacob deGrom has ever allowed in what is his 4th opening day start.
Well, the 1-strike pitch to Cave comes a 1-1. Light from him today, the 2-1, and that is how many innings we'll get. The 3-1, and there is payoff to Cave. And he got him looking. 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Jacob deGrom. Day in the sport, so it's
training. We think it produced. Really pleased with how it's gone so far.
So this was not about you necessarily wanting in-game interviews to be shorter.
Yeah, you know, they actually warned me. You may have to commit to more than half an inning.
Marsh trying to stretch it out for a triple, and he does. And the Phillies.
First started with it is that the bigger bases was.
You guys have talked a lot about how that gives the ability for some of these players to show off their athleticism, as we see that one squeak down the right field line. Jacob deGrom a little bit of bad luck in this inning.
Oh, back-to-back triples. Oh, the Phillies up 3-0.
Conversations with players they've raised. We're going to pay attention. Listen to the field managers. Get input.
Money. That might be one of the best of all of them that you guys are implementing, because the nonsense that we were getting with the
a pitch clock and not be sensitive to the fact that it was slowing down the game, the hand up and all that. And you know, the technology is good enough that I think it's a little too far in the other direction. But you know, that's a good thing for the game.
Was the issue down there. Now the 2-2 pitch, and there's a strikeout for Jacob deGrom.
I think they're on the phone over there to the.
And the game is headed. It is interesting now. You know, when I was a little bit younger, there was kind of fun.
Yeah, look,
it seems like this is the other end of.
We think we're restoring the great stats coming out of spring training. Is the batting average on balls in play went from the lowest in history last year to one of the highest during spring training, and that's a good thing for us.
I would agree, and you've been at this for a long time, not just
postseason last year.
Yeah.
You know, a really exciting postseason.
But it worked out so beautifully. It's such a wonderful.
Let me say a couple things. The only complaint we really had about the W's do get hurt in spring training. Obviously, you guys are completely ready to go when you ask.
That was fantastic in that regard. You know, when we thought about the shift rule, I think you make a really excellent point about the visual performance adversely, and you know, not a good reason for that.
No, and in a lot of cases, like really high-profile, great, exciting hitters. This is the second out of the inning. Now, again, talking with the commissioner of baseball.
You know, obviously we're here for the World Series facility being the centerpiece of it. Spectacular. You know, it's interesting. Everybody focused on Miami.
The ballpark, too. The atmosphere was pretty good down there.
I think the bigger picture issue with the balanced schedule is just, you know, Jacob deGrom, he's here. But you want people around the league to see him on a regular basis.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Play as it closes as strikeouts for deGrom. And he's ahead.
Was in and looked a little frustrated by the call, and Jacob deGrom just staying in anything away.
1-2. And he got him. Stott strikes out. That's 7 punch-outs.
Stott's already shown you that he's uncomfortable with that pitch, and that's good execution and a tough.
First pitch through this fourth entirely. The 1-strike offering, and that is
strike them out because they're near that number.
This one down the first baseline toward the corner, and it's in for extra bases. Bohm will go to second base. He stays in. Jake Cave, the hitter, and he's swinging. 1-1. So the manager in those moments,
exactly, for visit.
They will get assessed to a ball. This one in the air, center field. Garcia chasing it back, and he'll make the catch. Deep fly ball out by Jake Cave. 2 gone in the inning. Cole Reagans was working in the bullpen as well a moment ago. And here comes Boch, so that will be it for Jacob deGrom. And here's the signal. So deGrom is done. Dane Dunning will be coming on. A man on, 2 out in the 4th.